Hello there, my name is Nia. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I upload videos twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday, so you should totally stick around and subscribe. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to be a little bit more camera confident, so we might as well just get right into it. Let's go. I can hear the school bell ring from school right over. So I don't know, you might be watching and might be like, oh my god, you're actually not even that camera confident on camera, whatever. But if you look back to my very first video, there's a difference. I would like to think there's a little bit of a difference. I mean, in terms of actual quality, like lighting, everything, the actual camera, it's improved so much. But I feel I was like so quiet and I was just so like, oh my goodness, like I can't believe I'm talking to myself on a camera. Whereas now it's like, you know, I honestly feel a lot more confident, and I think if you feel a lot more confident, you will come across a lot more confident. But let's get right into these tips I have. So the first is a very common one, I feel, that comes with trying to do anything, and it's practice. Practice. The more you practice talking to a camera, the better you're going to get at it. Like at the start, it's a very foreign feeling, you know, especially back when I was first doing YouTube, like in like 2014. Like it was not a common thing that's done. It's obviously a lot more common now, but it's still not like a normal thing to be just chatting away to yourself on camera. Well, it wasn't ever considered normal, I don't think. But the more you practice, the better you're going to get at it, and you'll just start feel a bit more comfortable within yourself, and it'll start being a lot more natural to you, because the more you try, the more natural it's all going to feel. So practice. Sound like my dancing teacher. The next tip is don't be afraid to refilm. Like never ever be afraid to refilm a video. Like if you're not feeling it, just start it again, and if you're not feeling that one, start that one again. No one has to know how many times you filmed a video, because I mean, if you want to say it, you can, but I mean, no one needs to know that this is your 10th time filming this, because you know, if you're not happy with the other 9, why would you upload them? If you're not happy with the video, why would you upload it? Very recently I filmed an entire video and was editing it and had about half of it edited, and I was like, I don't even like this video. Like, I don't like watching it. I don't like how I look, what I'm saying. So I said, you know what? I left it for a while, and I came back a few weeks later, filmed the same topic, but did it a lot more how I wanted it to be done, if you get what I mean. So the most important thing, I think, is that you're happy with the final product of your videos, you know? And I don't think it matters how long it took you to get to that final stage, but you know, it's totally okay to just keep refilming. Even certain way you say a sentence or something, you know, like obviously I have trouble getting mouths. Here we go, case in point, I have trouble getting words out of my mouth correctly a lot of the time. The amount of times I say something and I have to go, no, that wasn't right, let's try again. It's also like you don't have to scrap a whole video or scrap a whole clip, but just be like, okay, no, I actually didn't like how I said that, so I'm gonna say it again. And then you can just say it again, and the more you say it, the more comfortable you come. Oh my goodness. The more comfortable you become with like owning your mistakes and just redoing it, the better you're gonna get at not making as many mistakes. I don't think that made sense. I don't know. My whole point is don't be afraid to refilm anyway. Hope that made some bit of sense. I don't know. The next tip. So if you didn't know, I live at home. This is my family home. I've lived here since I was like 11 maybe. And I'm still living with my parents. I live with my parents and my brother. And more often than not, there is always someone in the house. Whether it be my mom, my dad, or my brother, there's always at least one other person in the house with me. And anytime there is no one in the house, I'm also not in the house because I'm at work, and that's just generally how it goes all the time. Like, I'm always trying to find when no one's around to film, because that is when I feel the most confident, when I just know there's no one else in the house and I can just be as loud as I want to and stuff. A lot of the time I want to get a video done and I have the time to do it, but someone is in the house. And this is something I struggled with for ages. Like, I do struggle sometimes with it as well. If I'm not feeling as confident in myself as other days, I will literally sit here like, just like waiting to hear where they are, waiting to see is maybe someone gonna go to the shop or something so that I can quickly get it done. But I've kind of learned to, you know, if I'm able to film and if the lighting is good outside, might as well just film. Who cares if there's people in the house as well? And one thing I've really started to get in my mindset of how to film when people are in the house, or like if you live with roommates and stuff, pretend you're on the phone. Like, if your phone rings, you're gonna answer it more than likely. I mean, I hate answering phone calls, especially if I don't know the number ringing me, but you know, you're gonna answer it and you're not even gonna think, oh my goodness, I'm talking out loud, everyone's gonna hear me, because it's just a phone call. So if you pretend that you are on a phone call when you're filming, I don't know, it helps me, okay? It helps me, because I just pretend like I'm having a conversation like I would if I was talking to someone on the phone. You're gonna want to talk clearly so that they can hear you, and loud enough so that they can hear you. So just do the same. Just pretend you are on speakerphone and your camera is your phone. Yes, everyone is in the house. Yes, they can probably hear you talking, but the odds are they probably don't even know exactly what you're saying, and you could be on the phone, you wouldn't know. So that is just one tip I have if you do live at home, or if you live with roommates. Pretend you're on the phone when you're talking to your camera. Let's talk about vlogging, okay? Because vlogging is also a thing. So if you are the kind of person who wants to get into vlogging, let me get into better lighting. Walk around with your camera. This is something that I will admit, okay, before I really started vlogging, I would literally vlog around my house when no one was home. I would hold up my phone and be like, right, I'm going downstairs right now to, you know, make my lunch and everything. Because the more you walk around with a camera, the easier it's going to become. Like, if you want to start vlogging, look at the mess. If you want to start vlogging, you know, it's very, as foreign as it is to set up a tripod or set up your camera somewhere and sit down and talk to it, it's even weirder to hold up the camera, I feel, sometimes, and just talk about your day and talk about something very random and just what you're doing. So one thing I would recommend is just getting up. You don't even have to be recording. You can literally just have a camera or have your phone in front of you and just start chatting away, and just, you know, get used to it. Get used to having your arm held out, you know, get used to being able to see something and like see it move with you, and you know, everything like that. Again, it's just a bit more practice, but this is just walking around your house with it, or just walking up and down the stairs or something like that. Just get used to having a camera in front of you and talking to it while walking and stuff. This is definitely more of a tip if you want to get into more vlogging, or like Instagram stories or Snapchat stories, anything like that. And the last tip I have is about vlogging in public. So this is something I do still struggle with. I feel like this is the most difficult thing to do when it comes to talking to a camera, filming yourself on camera, is doing it out in public where other people can see you. It can be a bit easier if you're out with friends. Like, I've found, especially with my travel vlogs, I'm with my friends on them. I've never traveled alone yet. It is a lot easier to kind of whip it out when you have everyone around you, because you can bring them on, and then it doesn't like seem as weird if you're like with people, because you know, it's just documenting memories and all this kind of stuff. It does get a little bit trickier when you are by yourself, because you don't have someone to like kind of lean on and be like, oh, like, look who I'm with, you know. It is a lot more awkward to just whip it out in public and just start chatting away to yourself, especially if you're by yourself. And this is definitely something I am still struggling with. But two things I do always say to myself are the following. One is that the people around you, whoever, the public walking by you are literally going to see you for what, all of 1 or 2 seconds, might look at you and be like, oh my god, is she talking to the camera? And by the time they have finished that thought, you'll have moved on, they'll have moved on, and they're probably so wound up in their own world that they're not even going to remember that they saw you talking to your camera, do you know? So you just got to think, yes, everyone can see me right now, but then they're going to walk past me and move on with their day, and I'm going to put away the camera and move on with my day, you know? And secondly, and this is something I literally do all the time before I start getting out the camera to vlog in public, I'm like, if I'm not looking at them, I can't see if they're looking at me. So just keep focused on the lens, keep focused on what you're saying. Don't even take in anyone around you, and just be like, okay, you know, if I'm not gonna look at them, I can't see whether or not they're looking at me. So if you're not paying attention to them, you have no idea whether or not they could be paying attention to you. And I feel like everyone in today's society as well is on their phone or something, just caught up in their own world. So half the people won't even realize what you're doing. And as I said, if they do, it'll be a 1 or 2 second interaction. So that is everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you are trying to get camera confident, whether it be for a YouTube channel, or even if you want to start doing more Instagram stories or Snapchat stories, I feel like you can apply kind of all of these to not just YouTube, or not filming a sit down video and stuff. So yeah, I hope you got something from them, as I always do with these style videos. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much if you stuck all the way through to the end. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're not, and I shall see you when I next see you.